Can we appreciate this cute thing I got from Goodwill today? Thank you. Hey you guys, so today I thought I would discuss 7 tips or 7 things that I do to read more in college. You probably do not know this because I have not mentioned it in any of my other videos, but I am both a college student and I also work 2 part-time jobs starting Tuesday. So reading time for me is like kind of limited some days. So I have to like really work to get any read time in. And I thought I would tell you guys kind of what I do. So here we go. The first thing I do is I always, always bring a book with me. No matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, there's a book in my purse. Usually 2 books. Even if I don't think I'll have the time, I never know when class is going to be canceled. I never know when it's going to be let out early. I usually don't know until I get to work if I'm going to have a lunch break. But I always carry one because I never know when the opportunity to read is going to strike. And when it does, I want to catch it. The second tip that I have is start small. Start with shorter books. Start with books that you have read that you want to put on your reread list, because usually I read something faster if I've read it before, but until you can adjust to your new schedule, it helps to make you feel encouraged, or at least to make me feel encouraged if I'm kind of it makes me feel accomplished when I finish a book. So if I am reading like a 500-page book and I know that it's going to take me forever to finish the 500-page book, I will feel like a little bit discouraged. Right now, for example, I'm reading Lullaby by Chuck Palahniuk. That book is not super long. It's like 200 something pages. Like, it is not the longest book I've ever read in my life. And every time I chip away at a little bit of it, I feel really accomplished because, hey, I'm getting somewhere. The story is progressing. Also, like, I really like short books anyways, so it's not gonna be like a big deal. I love all books equally. I don't feel any different when I'm reading like a 200-300 page book than I do when I'm reading a 500-600 page book. If it helps you feel encouraged, start a little bit smaller. Third, set reading goals. And there are like multiple different kinds of goals you can set. Some people set to read like 30 pages a night. Some people set to read like an hour a day. Some people set to read like a book a month. It just kind of depends on you as an individual what you want to set your goal for. But the easiest way to encourage yourself to read is to set a reading goal. I, in particular, just try to make sure a day doesn't pass where I don't read anything. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. A lot of the times it depends on, like, if midterms are going on. It depends on if I'm about to have, like, a chemistry exam. Because I'm really bad at chemistry, sometimes it requires a little extra focus. But I do try to make the time to read at least 30 minutes a day, if not longer. And that is just kind of what works for me, but also adjust this to what works for you. I don't personally do this a lot of the time, even though most of the time I don't use an e-reader. Like, consider an e-reader if that might work for you, because it's like at your fingertips. There's not going to be an opportunity to read that if you want to, you're not going to be able to, because it's literally going to be on your cell phone. I have the Kindle app on my phone, and so sometimes if I finish one book, I'll pick up another one on the Kindle app. I might do a few reviews for some independent books that I got on the Kindle app recently. My next tip is see if there is a university club. A lot of schools have a community of readers. They'll do like a reading group. Maybe they'll do like a book club. Sometimes people do like swaps. It really just kind of depends on your school, but I always recommend looking in, because a lot of people are encouraged by talking about what they read, and so if that encourages you, do that. Maybe make a booktube. That's what I did, because I can do it on my own time. I don't have to worry about meeting up with anybody. But if you feel like having people to talk to about what you read, people to recommend stuff to, stuff like that would encourage you, absolutely pick up a university book club. Maybe start one. The next one, I think this is one of the most important ones. Don't be afraid to DNF. Don't be afraid to DNF. I used to be the worst about never DNFing, and now I DNF if I want to DNF. Basically, when you're in university, when you're in school, and it's not required reading for you, there is no point in reading a book that is making you miserable. There's no point in reading something that you don't have a good time reading, because you're already so limited on time. Read something you like. I always carry 2 books in my purse. If the book I'm reading sucks, I'm gonna switch to the other book. Like, don't be afraid to put down something you don't enjoy, because there's not enough time. There's not enough time. Enjoy what you're reading. Put it down. It takes me forever to read something I don't like, and so it takes me forever to move on to something I do. And if you're like that, DNF. The last tip is don't get discouraged. Your reading habits in college are gonna go up and down. That's just kind of the name of the game. Even if, like, midterms come and exams come and you don't have time to read, you don't get to read for a week, a month, 2 months, a whole semester, that's fine. You're still a reader, you still count. Your summer is gonna come. You're gonna get to do the things you want to do, be it reading, be it playing video games, be it, writing. You're gonna get the opportunity to do the things you want to do, and it'll be waiting for you when you get back. So thanks for listening to my video. I will see you guys next time. I don't know what my next video is going to be. It's either going to be a review or maybe an unboxing. I get to buy books like once a year, so I did a pretty solid haul from thrift books, and I'm really excited for that to come in the mail. I will unbox it on screen for you guys, and hopefully I'll also be able to get a tripod and a ring light so that my setup's a little bit nicer. But until then, I'll see you guys next time, and in closing, how do you motivate yourself to read when you're in college?